everybody. So I'm hoping that I can, or everyone can hear me. So I haven't posted a video, I think, in a day. I did skip one day. But here I am again. And I wanted to come on here and talk about that rough patch, right? So I am hands-free, by the way. So anyway, if you don't know me, my name's Nicole. I've now been doing the carnivore diet for 8 days. Today is my 8th day. I started last Sunday, so today is my actual 8th day. And I wanted to talk about the fact that sometimes we each go through this time where you think about all the things that you could be eating. And today, well, actually, I think yesterday really was like the first time that it was really strong, to the point where it seemed like I couldn't get rid of it. Everything was just kind of hitting me, and the thoughts would just kind of pop up. I should also note that my husband and I went and we went to Sam's and we got some meats and all that good stuff. Well, for me, like, even being around the bad stuff, it really puts me in, I don't want to say bad space, dark space, but that's kind of what it is, right? It puts me in a space, well, just one time won't hurt anything. But the thing about that, though, is we always say that, oh, well, we'll just get right back on. And I don't know how many, it's just one times that I've had. Like, I couldn't even count them because that's how many I've had. I always say, well, just once, I'll get right back on. And then I'm off for like 3 months. Or, I don't get back to it for 6 months, right? So it's a process. And a lot of times, that's what kind of, messes us really bad. So instead, I was craving all my favorites. And I was trying to think of a way that I could kind of get that mouthfeel. So what I did was I used some heavy cream, and I used coffee, decaf coffee, instead of like cocoa or anything like that. So I used some instant decaf coffee, and I sprinkled that in my heavy cream. I put a little bit of stevia just to get, just a little bit of a sweetness to it, I guess. I know there are some people who don't use that. However, I do feel like stevia is the better of all evils, so to speak. And I just whipped that up in my Ninja, and it made it kind of like an ice creamy type thing, mousse type thing. And so anyway, I ate that, and I think I may have gotten halfway through, and I was like, oh God, okay, that's enough. And that was it. Today, I've definitely had a few cravings. I'm actually going somewhere to do something that I personally like to do. And I knew that normally when I go to this particular place, there is a specific store that I enjoy going to get something to eat. So what I done was I pre-gamed, and I I went ahead and made me a steak and some eggs, and I ate until I was full. So now, right now, I'm not even thinking about food, and it is 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I thought about it, and I was like, you know what, if I eat, I won't be tempted. I'll just stay away from it. And, you know, so far so good. I'm not even thinking about anything. I went ahead and made some water, a 40-ounce ice shaker, which is what I have. Love that thing. It doesn't leak, it doesn't spill. It's got its own little shaky thing in it. It's really cool. I should also know, I'm not sponsored by anyone that I'm mentioning. I only mention things that I really do use. So anyway, done that. And you know, I've also, that's another thing I've noticed. Before really trying to get where I need to be, I hated water. I truly did. But I've noticed that I crave it. Like, I really want it. And there's been times where I've actually had the option of having like a Coke Zero, and I love Coke Zero. That is like my go-to. I've had chances to do that or have that instead, and I choose the water over that, which is really cool. So anyway, I just wanted to say all that to say that you're going to have your moments, and you got to pick and choose what it is that you want. And I have a very strong why. It is a health-related why, you know, along with a couple others. So... And that's another note too. I wanted to say, I had some apples and some potatoes from previous breaks, and I was able to call my sister and say, hey, you know, do you like apples? And of course she's like, sometimes. And I was like, well, I have some apples and potatoes, you know, would you like them? And she's like, sure. And I was like, can I bring them now? Y'all, I was able to take them, didn't bother me, like, but I was thinking about it, and they had been sitting there. I'm like, the longer they sit there, the more I think about the things that I could do with them. So I was like, okay, well, let me get these out of the house, all right? There are other things that typically don't bother me as bad. Like, for instance, I don't crave other things like chips, and, you know, I don't really crave those. But like apples and cottage cheese and some cinnamon, oh, I love those things. Like just a plain baked potato with some salt and butter. Oh. So I was like, you know what? Get rid of that. I don't have to worry about it. You know, I would literally have to get in the car, go to the store, buy it, cook it, the whole night. So it's just easier to not have those things in your house. So that is my advice. Mind you, I am a medical professional, but I am not a doctor. So nothing I say is medical advice. But like I said, for me personally, I feel like if you don't have the things that would normally tempt you in your home, you are more likely to be able to, you know, do that little talk with yourself and be like, is it really worth doing this? Why was I doing this again? Oh yeah, okay, I don't want to do that. I don't want to have to do this. And we're, you know, hopefully, you know, you'll have that moment where I really don't want to go through all that. You know, I mean, just to feel badly afterward. I mean, that would help. So just keeping it away, personally, you know, just for me, so far it's worked, and I'm quite proud of myself. This morning I woke up and I had lost another 3 pounds. Y'all, last video I said I was 249.2, I believe. This morning I was 246.2. That's 3 pounds. 3 pounds, y'all. I'm so happy. keeping at it. Today will probably, well, actually, it will be a one meal day, which was steak and eggs. Yes, it's 2 o'clock, but I am headed somewhere where I will be for a couple hours, so I will not be eating again. But I do got my water, which is really the main thing, which is what matters. So anyway, I just want to let you all know, again, I did say that I would be posting videos as much as possible. So I thank you so much. I really hope you all have a wonderful day. And again, 8th day carnivore. I'm so proud of myself. You guys have a good day. Bye.